Hey everybody, it is Krahmon again, and I am here today with another deck review, and this by far is the silliest, most ridiculous deck I've ever built on here. It should not work. I've already played a game with it. It does work a little bit. I actually won, but again, this deck should not work. This is just for fun and silliness. So, without further ado, let's get into the deck design itself, alright? Alright. It is literally Wooburg, every color. And I reiterate, this deck should not work, and it does not have a sideboard yet because I didn't feel a point in making one. So the deck starts off with 3 Llanowar Elves, 3 Drover of the Mighty, which it gets +2/+2 as long as you control a Dino, and you can tap to add a mana of any color. We're only worrying about the mana with this one. Next we have Druid of the Cowl, tap for a green, just like Llanowar Elves. Then we have Incubation Druid. This one, you can tap to add a mana of any type that a land you control could produce. If Incubation Druid has a 1/1 counter on it, add 3 mana of that type instead. And it has Adapt 3 for 5. It's in here for more mana. Up next we have 3 Dragon Eggs. And this is a 3-cost 0/2 Dragon Egg Defender. When it dies, create a 2/2 red dragon creature token with flying and fire breathing. In case you don't know what pay 1 red to get +1/+0 until the end of turn is, that's fire breathing. For those who have been around for a while. Up next, we have 3 risk factors. 3 cost instant. Target opponent may have risk factor. Deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. And Jumpstart, which means you can cast it again from the graveyard by discarding a spell and paying its cost. Okay. Up next, we have 2 Sarkhan Firebloods. And this one is a 3-cost, 3 loyalty Planeswalker. +1, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. +1, add 2 mana of any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells. And -7, create 4/5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying. Up next, we have 3 Elvish Rejuvenator. This is a 3-cost 1/1 Elf Druid, and when it enters the battlefield, you look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Up next, we have Wayward Swordtooth, and this is a 3-cost 5/5 Dino with Ascend, meaning if you control 10 or more permanents, you have the city's blessing. Wayward Swordtooth can't attack or block unless you have the city's blessing, and you may play an additional land on each of your turns, just for extra lands. Next we have Draconic Disciple. This is a 3-cost 2/2 human shaman. You can tap for 1 mana of any color, or pay 7 colorless, tap and sacrifice it to create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. Up next we have 2 Chromatic Lanterns, where lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and you can tap the lantern for 1 mana of any color. Up next we have Verix Bladewing. This is a 4-cost 4/4 legendary dragon, and with a kicker of 3 colorless. It's flying, and when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create Verix Bladewing, a legendary 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. We have a Bone Dragon, and this is a 5-cost 5/4 dragon skeleton with flying, and pay 5, exile 7 other cards from your graveyard, return Bone Dragon from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Up next we have a Demanding Dragon, which is a 5-cost 5/5 flying dragon, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target opponent unless that player sacrifices a creature. Alright, and then we have Lathliss, Dragon Queen. This is a 6-cost 6/6 legendary dragon with flying. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. And for 1 red, 1 generic dragons you control, get +1/+0 till the end of turn. She's pretty powerful. Alright, next we have Sarkhan Dragonsoul. This is a 6-cost 5 loyalty Planeswalker. For +2, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature your opponents control. -3, deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. And -9, search your library for any number of dragon cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Up next we have Niv-Mizzet Parun, and this is a 6 cost 5/5 legendary dragon wizard. Can't be countered. Flying, whenever you draw a card, he deals 1 damage to any target, and whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, you draw a card. Next we have Vaevictis Asmadi, the Dire, and this is a 6 cost 6/6 legendary elder dragon with flying. When it attacks, for each player, choose target permanent that player controls. Those players sacrifice those permanents. Each player who sacrificed a permanent this way reveals the top card of the library. Then puts it onto the battlefield if it's a permanent card. Okay. Next we have Palladia-Mors, the Ruiner. This is another 6 cost 6/6 legendary elder dragon with flying, vigilance, and trample, and it has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. Then we have Chromium, the Mutable. This is a 7 cost 7/7 legendary elder dragon that with flash, the spell can't be countered, flying, and discard a card until the end of turn. Chromium the Mutable becomes a human with base power and toughness of 1/1, loses all abilities and gains hexproof. It can't be blocked this turn. Up next is the crazy ass assortment of lands. Okay. Leads off with 1 Glacial Fortress, 1 Hallowed Fountain, 1 Godless Shrine, 1 Isolated Chapel, 1 Drowned Catacomb, 1 Watery Grave, 1 Steam Vents, 1 Sulphur Falls, 1 Blood Crypt, 1 Dragonskull Summit, 1 Overgrown Tomb, 1 Woodland Cemetery, 1 Root Mountain Crag, 2 Stomping Grounds, 1 Clifftop Retreat, 1 Sacred Foundry, 1 Sun Petal Grove, 1 Temple Garden, 1 Breeding Pool, 1 Hinterland Harbor, and sorry, I can't keep it together with this one. This is the absolute most ridiculous deck I've built on here. This is absolutely just for fun and really more stupidity than anything. It's like, hey, how can I make a deck that should not work ever? Let's do this. I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, that has been this deck review. And as always, thank you for hanging out and watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, please feel free to give a thumbs up. Definitely enjoy any comments you guys can leave for it. And trust me, I expect anybody to watch this to think this is an absolutely ridiculously stupid deck. I have no thoughts other than that for this deck. But if it gives you any weird ideas, feel free to leave a comment and let me know if you want to see more ridiculous builds like this. Okay, guys. Alright. I am out of here. I will catch you guys in the next video, and thanks for stopping by.